10 minutes, right? So I, hit the snooze, and then I just lay there because just because I'm awake don't mean I'm up. You feel me?
Right.
Right. So then I lay there for 10 minutes, making sure that I got all that sleep out in case I want to sneak in by 2, 3, 4 little Z's before the snooze hit. Then I know I got 20 minutes. Yep. Right. So I have to, just because I'm awake don't mean I'm up. You feel me? So I know what you're doing.
Don't talk to me in that process right now.
Before them 10 minutes. Yeah, don't talk to me before them 10 minutes.
Simply because Friday is my day off, regardless of where I am, regardless of what state I'm in, regardless of what country I'm in. On Friday, I don't do work. I don't work on Fridays simply because it's usually a day that I take to myself, go on a walk, touch some grass, get some therapy, all the things that you need to be a properly functioning adult, make sure that you've been taking your antidepressants, all that jazz. I don't work on Fridays. I've been on live now. I think I've been with y'all almost an hour now, and I'm still very much in my bed because I'm awake does not mean I'm up.
Oh yeah.
I still have a good 20 minutes in this bed before I'm getting out.
Hey, Auntie, did you get that screenshot I sent you? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can go ahead and ask your question, and then we'll get to the next person. The new person.
I was just getting ready to ask Auntie, did she see that screenshot I sent her last night? There was a lot of talking about black culture's ghetto.
Oh.
And they're talking about our music and this and that. There's like black people don't even listen to jazz. And this and I'm like, motherfucker, who you think came up with jazz and blues, motherfucker?
They're so jealous. But did you all see the video of them trying to do boots on the ground? Yeah. We gotta.
Yeah, they don't do very well with that. Yeah. Let me get to booked and busy.
Hi.
Hi. Can I get your age and your race?
I'll be 23 tomorrow, and I'm black.
All right. You want to go ahead and respond to the prompt?
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. Okay, it says, how do black people benefit from being racist? They don't. They can't. The system wasn't made for them. So all the black people who think that they're reclaiming some sort of power based on them thinking they could be racist, I'm not going to hold you as delusion. Are all white people racist? Of course, they most definitely all benefit from the system, and they all perpetuate racist attributes. Let's see. Biracial is not a race. No, race is based on how you phenotypically present. So you can't be two races at once, and you can't sit here and say that you're black when you look white. No, it doesn't work that way. And just because you're from a different country does not make you any less that particular race. Let's see. White people care about black people saying the N-word. Because white people don't know how to mind their business. They don't like the fact that black people have reclaimed the word and have decided to hold power with inside the word, and that bothers white people because they still think they own black people. Trump is attacking black people. Yeah. America has never been a great country. No, I'm waiting.
I have a question.
¿Qué es tu pregunta?
Book, did you say you can't be white presenting in black?
Right.
I would urge you to go look up Adam Clayton.
I want to clarify. I think she means racially black, not ethnically black.
Yeah, you can't put down that your race is black and look like a white man. Racism is done to people based on how they look. So how do you get to skip the line and claim to be black and not look black? And people are being oppressed for being black.
Okay, again, just Google it right quick. Who Adam Clayton Powell was.
So you think that white presenting people?
Hold on.
He absolutely.
Still, you can be biracial black and you can be biracial white. You can have biracial only describes your parents. Phenotypical presentation Race is singular.
That's why I asked her to clarify, right? Because she said, I thought that she said you can't look white and be black.
I said that.
Yeah. And Adam Clayton Powell looked white, but he was most definitely black.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look this person up. How is that possible for him to
Adam,
look like a white person but be black?
Go look at his picture.
I just
He looks like a white Italian man.
Well,
And he's
white.
He's the one
right.
that told black folks that black is beautiful.
Right.
I'm looking at Adam Clayton Powell, that was born in 1908 and passed away April 4th, 72. That's a honky.
Oh, baby, he was just light-skinned, but I'm so sorry. It's very clear. It's very clear
until you told me he was biracial,
right?
That's a white man.
You can see that this is definitely an individual who passes for white. Because I want to clarify, right? Ethnically, culturally, they might have ties to blackness, and I would never deny that, right? But society perceives them as white. So for all intents and purposes, they are white.
What year was he born?
Oh, let me look.
I see November 29th, 1908. Are we talking about hold on, are we talking about the same person? And I just want to show the picture for clarification. Hold on.
Is this him?
November 29th, 1908. That's him.
This is
then
him?
Hold on. Then who the hell is this?
Yeah, because that man right there.
Maybe I'm looking at Adam Clayton Powell.
That's Adam Clayton Powell, who Auntie pulled up.
That's the same. That's the same man. That's a white.
In 1908.
Oh, that man white.
Remember 1908.
Any dealing with the one drop rule?
Exactly, and he was raised in the black community. Go look up his videos. It says black.
Well,
it's beautiful, baby.
I would say we're not dealing with. Yeah, we're not dealing with the one drop rule anymore. I mean, we're dealing with like.
Well, I'm just saying, he was not allowed to enter white society. He would have been unalived.
Yeah, we know how it was back then, but we talking about now.
Well, he didn't live in the now, and he represented us on a political level, as well as how he lived his life.
I understand what you're saying, but I mean, the prompt is like asking about now, like today, not back then. Everybody good?
Yeah, I don't know. Every time I say that, everybody has an issue with that. If you don't look black, you aren't black. I don't have an issue with it at all, because the bottom line is, it's about, the fact that, like you said, I don't care if you are biracial, you white, you're not gonna have the black experience. Like, you're not gonna move through life the same way we move through life. You gonna move through life privileged. So no, the hell, you're not about to say you black. Hogboss, you have any thing you wanna say? Because I know you also believe that biracial is a race.
Like, normally shows like what? Say that again?
I said I know that you believe that biracial is a race.
I disagree, MsK. Well, actually, I think us light-skinned people, the beige-skinned people, we need to come together and figure that shit out, because you got dark-skinned people who will sit up there and say we not black enough. Then you got white people that sit up there and say we not white enough, and you got Spanish people that say we not Spanish enough.
So, I was just gonna ask. So we're gonna wipe away this man's legacy?
No.
It has nothing to do with nothing.
I mean, when it comes down to
I don't like how y'all trying to change the rules of black life.
Hold on, yo. One second. Let me. So still Peach. I mean, of course. I mean, when it comes down to history, we'll engage with history with the way that it was. I mean, based on history, we understand that because of the one drop rule, yes, he was black. But I mean, that's
he lived the black experience.
But
Adam Clayton Powell.
Because that's how it was back then.
I know, but are we going to take his legacy?
Now, if he lived now, his ass is white. He ain't about to live no black experience. Would you agree?
No, I disagree because he was raised by black parents, and he was a congressman, pastor, and activist for the black community.
Let me ask you a question. I'm being realistic here. Okay, so let's just say that I'm biracial, and so I look white. I don't look like I have a drop of my black mama or whatever in me. I'm just look like 100% like my white daddy. All right, I'm an adult now. When I go for that job interview, do I get the white experience or do I get the black experience?
Get that I don't know what the fuck you are experience.
But passing as white in this country is a black that is a section of the black experience for certain people. To passing as white or being seen as white, and while also still having a connection to your blackness or your ethnic.
Wait, y'all have to think about the question I just asked. I went to a job interview. They don't ask you on no damn application what race is your parents. They don't ask you none of that. So I'm put down my race as being white. I walk in there, I look white. What experience am I gonna get?
Yeah, but those are the ones that chose. Those are the ones that chose to do that, right?
But if let's say I put black on the damn application and then I walk my white looking ass in there, them people gonna think
they know what it was back then. They knew what it was, and that's
still peaches. I'm talking about today because
I understand. But today, black.
Wait, hold on. I was a director, and so I had to hire people. So I promise you, if you walk your white ass in the interview with me and you have put black on the application, I'm gonna turn your ass around. You will not get an interview with me because you done lied.
But I don't like how y'all framing it. Y'all framing the black experience as purely a race thing.
Hold on, let me answer her.
I'm not talking about a black experience. I'm simply talking about your race. Right? Remember, race is
but you taking away somebody's blackness based off how white people see them or how white people view them.
Culture.
Wait,
no, that's not culture.
But it is
not culture.
Wait,
can
please,
I
I'm
answer?
so sorry. Can I?
I have cousins who look Filipino, right? Because they married my grand uncle and my aunt Maddie Bell met while he was at war. She's Filipino. They had children, and those children look Filipino. They grew up in our family. They grew up in blackness. And I'm never going to take the blackness away from my cousins.
You're taking the blackness away from them, but at the end of the day, you cannot be white presenting. You're not going to move through society. Our experience is not going to be the damn same moving through society and dealing with people. If you sitting your white ass up on this platform and it's all of y'all white, ain't nobody coming down here in the comments and call you the N-word.
Please just remember, right? I think where Steele and Yayo are missing the point that's being addressed by Booked, myself, and the host, right? Is there's a difference between racial blackness and ethnic blackness. Ethnic blackness speaks towards a cultural identity that relates to blackness, right? Whereas racial blackness speaks towards what you phenotypically present as. The experiences of blackness on the basis of race can only be experienced if you phenotypically present as a black person. If your race is not black,
not true though.
Hold on, can I please just?
Because I'm just saying, if I don't look black, but I inform you that I'm black. If I tell you my mother's black, I will be treated like I'm black. Ain't nobody gonna get. Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would, bro.
No,
what do you think? What do you think? You think? What? How do you think that works?
Because the institution, right, is designed to operate on the basis of your phenotype. Regardless of the shit that you go around saying, the institution operates off of what you look like. You will not have a conversation with
That is at a surface level.
Holy fuck.
But
You know what?
That is at a surface level.
Clearly, you know everything.
I think you're not taking into consideration that the average interactions that we have on a day-to-day basis, we don't go around telling people who the hell our mama and daddy is. Nobody on this panel came up here and told anybody who their mama and their daddy was. Nobody identified that. When we walk through society, we don't do that kind of stuff. And we are treated the way that we are treated based off of what people see. Now, when you're talking about personal relationships, that's a different story. Like a child, at school. I had somebody on my panel. He's white. His stepdad was black. When the teacher found out his stepdad was black, yes, she treated him differently when it came down to his grades. He started failing. I get that. I 100% get that. But before she knew that, he was just a white boy.
Okay, but that's still not the system. When she started changing his grades, was that not part of the system too, or is we now outside of the system because they know each other on a personal level?
That's what I'm saying. I said I can agree with you when you're talking about more personal relationships, but most of our interactions in society are not personal relationships.
On personal relationships.
And that's why I said on a surface. That's why I said, MsK, on a surface level, yes, people who do not know you, who see you on a surface level, but you do not remain on the surface level at all times, especially when we talking about when you in workplaces and things like that. So yes, you can still have a black experience.
And then even so,
Can I be big box for 1 second, please? I'm so sorry.
On a personal level, you still wouldn't be black.
Really quick question, right? This man right here, he walks through the world saying the N-word on a daily basis, right? And telling everybody how he came out of the balls of a black man and thus he is black. Does he experience systemic marginalization on the basis of his blackness?
No.
Will he be victim to medical racism
Not
on the basis
initially,
of his
not
blackness?
on a surface level.
No.
Sure,
Yeah. I
You're
would
gonna
like to
allow me
finish.
to answer.
I would like to finish asking the damn question first. You keep interrupting me mid sentence because you have literally Starlink Wi-Fi service. No shade, right? But let me finish the question first before you answer. I want to understand how this man is going to be oppressed on the basis of blackness that he does not have. Because what we are continuously ignoring here is that race is a categorization system, which means in order for you to be categorized as a racial group, right, you have to meet specific requirements. Requirements that logic here fails. Logic here will benefit from institutional privilege on the basis of whiteness. Why? On the basis of whiteness. Why? Because he looked more like his white mama than anybody else. He is a white biracial.
Never disagree with that.
A lot. You know what? Okay.
You not listening. I never disagree with that. You're
How
not
am
listening.
I not listening
on a surface level.
I close my mouth and I listen
level,
to all the shit that you said. You can't even shut up and
you're not listening. You're not listening.
Because
you
you're
just
interrupting me, nigga. You're interrupting me mid-sentence. But you're telling me how I'm not listening to you. Are you dumb?
Are you done?
No.
Are you
I'm
done?
not.
You're not saying that. You was at the end just like repeating shit I heard you say already.
I clearly am not done because
oh my
I told
God,
you I was still talking. I'm not done.
All this fucking crying. Are you done?
If I was done, right, I wouldn't be telling your dumb self that you were interrupting me, now would I? Clearly, context clues are not something that you're aware of.
Be done.
No, then shut your mouth so I can be done.
Be done, then.
Shut your mouth so I can be done. Shut your mouth so I can be done. Go on.
You're not finna say nothing.
I'm gonna wait for you.
I want to hear you say something.
I'm gonna wait for you to mute.
Add something that you didn't say already. Go ahead.
I'm going to wait for you to mute. With your loud ass back.
I'm gonna say this. No person who is as white, literally is white, once they realize what this society is gonna go around and fucking tell you that shit because they gonna realize that as that white person, they have privilege and they do not want to be able to identify as turning around and saying, hey, I'm black, so that they can be oppressed. Who the shit wants to do that?
The whole
Let's
point
be
of
real. Let's face
the
reality.
whole point of the history of passing, the sentiment that he referenced, right, is quite literally a history of black people going around, black people who descend from black people, right? Individuals who are birthed by black people, right? But have the capacity to, keyword here, pass, which is an action, right? Not present as white, but pass for white. So these are individuals who looked white, but also elected to make an active decision to tell the world and be perceived as white on the basis of benefits. This is the exact framework that's being discussed here. And you have the nerve to call on the gumption to tell me that a person who phenotypically presents as white in society, a person who benefits from white privilege, a person who has the capacity to weaponize the institutions of white supremacy can now be victims of racism on the basis of blackness that they are not perceived on? Yeah, that's definitely a sociologically consistent premise. I'm so proud of the rhetoric.
I did want to mention.
No, I have one more thing. You're a dummy.
Okay, go again.
Oh, y'all,
I want to ask Hogboss a question.
I do want to mention that Adam Clayton Powell's parents were both mulattoes, right?
Okay.
And
I didn't. Hold on. I'm gonna stop you, Still Peach. Because here's the thing. I don't want to conflate. Back then, does ever put a 1 in the chat if you understand that back when Still Peaches is talking about in the early 1900s that we had the 1-drop rule and things was different. Please put a 1 in the chat if you understand that. Please.
I do understand that.
Then why you keep bringing up stuff that
conflate that with today? I'm talking about today, and we can't have people walking around today still talking about the 1-drop rule, because the 1-drop rule is a thing today. So I get it.
Let's also remember that the 1-drop rule was a law that people consistently violated. That's the whole point of the existence of white passing versus white presenting.
I dig that, right? I get that in today's context.
Yeah.
But I did want to mention that Adam Clayton Powell's parents,
oh, Lord Jesus,
were both mulattoes, right?
So that's why
hold on.
You keep saying hold on, but you just slurred. That's a slur. Stop saying it.
What's
mulatto is a slur. See, when y'all have lack of information to be loud and wrong, that shit really be pissing me off. I'm sorry, MsK.
Well, that's what they were classified in. That's what they were classified at
all of this up for what? They already explained it to you.
Well, then,
like it's the lack of understanding for me. Like, I don't know how many people. It was refreshing. It was MsK, and MsK trying to be nice. That's why I want to come up here. Which one of y'all minds invited me up here?
Look at that as a slur.
Y'all
be quiet because you don't come up everybody up here. You sound dumb as fuck.
Of mixed race
you sound dumb as fuck. Mixed ain't a race.
Yeah,
mixed ain't a race.
All people of mixed race. I don't think mixed is a race either. But
okay, but then stop saying it. If you don't think it's a race,
y'all just be wanting to be loud and fucking.
You the only one that been up here loud.
Hold on, one. Let me say this.
When was I loud?
You been loud the whole
time. At no point did I yell. At no point did I yell, Queen.
The host is trying to regain.
Hold on. So when it comes down to that, you're absolutely correct, because we have people on the panels that say that. But you know what? That comes down to why a lot of people do not feel like we should have interracial relationships, and especially that YT mothers should not be raising biracial black kids, because they don't know and teach the history. They don't teach these kids the history. So these kids walk around basically anti-black as shit, because they don't know the history. They don't understand that they're dehumanizing their damn self by calling themselves that. And that's the problem with these type of...
But you can't say that though, MsK, because people in certain groups... Hold on, let me explain why, MsK. No, let me explain why, MsK. MsK, let me explain why you can't do that, right? Because internally in groups, those groups get to decide if they want to use those terms as an uplifted term. The same way you're saying that they can't use the word mulatto because of the basis of it and what it was used is the same reason why people think they got an opinion on whether or not we can call each other nigga, but they don't get to have an opinion. And because we are not people who have two different races of parents, we don't get to have a fucking opinion. If that's what they think and they like, all we can do is accept it. We can't tell these people what
don't make no sense.
We can use based off the origins of it. Because by that logic, why would we be using the nigga? But
ma'am,
I get it, but it's a lack of
him?
education. It's a lack of education and understanding. Their parents literally don't teach them.
You're assuming it's a lack of education.
No, it is.
What they ask. They don't know
this.
Shit.
You haven't spoken to everybody though.
This framework is a bit MsK. I'm so sorry. This framework is just a little bit flawed for one reason and one reason only, right? The argument here is that we as non-mixed race individuals cannot dictate what is and is not a slur, right? For mixed race peoples. That's fine, right? Because we're not a part of the group. Okay, cool, great, fun vibes. To my knowledge, right, I don't know Steels to be a mixed race individual, for one. And then for two, right, we can still objectively consider something a slur if it's considered a slur in an academic context, right? And that's regardless of the opinions of the people in the group, right? In our society, that is considered a derogatory term because of its historical connotations. Whilst people may have different opinions with the term, they may feel comfortable engaging with the term. That's completely fine and that's completely great as it relates to the reclamation identity politics that they have for themselves. It doesn't change the objective standard of the term, though, for the rest of the society. Key word, like you said, the N-word, right? No one can dictate what we as Black people perceive the N-word to be, but the N-word will always objectively be a slur to the rest of society. I feel like you missed your own, like the argument you were making for your point disproved your own point, and you didn't even see that.
You haven't actually disproved my point. Your only argument is that we shouldn't say it. And I agree. I give you
Hogboss,
that.
you Black.
Maybe it's a word that only... Hold on. I'm trying to respond to you. I didn't do that when you were talking.
I wasn't talking
to you. So what I'm saying is, I think...
Handsome Black brother.
Thank you.
So yeah, again,
I did want to mention
if
that
the argument is that we shouldn't be able to say it because we're not a part of the group, fine, I can respect that. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. But it can be used. People do use it not in a slurish way, and that exists.
Yeah, and I did want to make sure that it was on the record that I conceded like 15, 20 minutes ago.
But why do you keep bringing it up? If you conceded, you keep bringing it up. That just don't make sense.
What are you talking about? What am I bringing up? You
keep bringing up the same talking points. If you conceded, let it go.
No, all I did was mention about Adam Clayton Powell.
We didn't need to know that.
We were talking about him. We were talking about that in the beginning.
No, you brought that person.
Share the panel. Not talk too much. Share the panel.
Really do.
Hogboss. So you said that you are a mix of all three. You said you're white, indigenous, and Black, correct?
White by force. Yeah, my grandmother was great. But yeah.
Right, they all. So, and you said that biracial people were taking over the world.
This country.
Can you expand on that, please?
We're the fastest growing right now.
And you said they're the fastest growing, but in terms of race, how does that correlate?
Well, to the Black side, really. I mean, that topic's hard, right? Because
how?
Because if you're too light skinned, right, and you're biracial, right? If you're too light skinned, you're not really accepted by some Black community.
Term.
You feel what I'm saying? Like it's always
light skin is a Black term used for lighter skinned Black people.
For you to be light skinned, you would have to be Black.
To be Black.
Also, Hogboss, I would say this, just also something else that I did hear in like the earlier conversation that I wanted to ask about, right? This conversation about like being too white for the black people and too black for the white people. I think that the nuance there can be expanded upon. And maybe I'm not understanding the premise clearly.
Yeah, so like my whole life, nobody knew what I was, right? Like, I didn't grow up around Puerto Ricans. I didn't grow up around white people. My father died when I was a young boy. My mother, who was black, and my stepfather, who raised me from Jamaica, is from Jamaica. So all I know is black culture. Everything black. I never really knew anything Spanish till I got older.
Well, that is your culture.
Right.
But you're not black though, so I'm confused. What does you know in black culture have to do with
okay, so if
anything?
you let me finish, I can break it down, right? So growing up, we were always like me and my sister, my older sister, who were closer to complexion, but she's still a little darker than me.
What is it?
Our race was always questioned. Like just last week.
Ain't this the same man that called somebody nappy headed?
Oh,
Yeah,
this
oh,
the
yeah,
same
I'll
man
say
that's
this.
there because he speaks Spanish. He might as well be black.
Yeah.
I'm confused though. You're not black.
What?
Being around, yes,
But now I'm confused.
but being around black.
So hold on.
Hold on, wait. Being around black people makes you black, or being in proximity to black people make you black, or
I
being
came out of a black
on
womb.
black
That
people.
made me black. I came out of a black womb. That makes me
It don't
black.
matter, but that don't make you black though. Do you know how many people
See,
come out
this
of a
now they're proving my point right now,
how
Miss
many
K.
hold on, wait, how
You
many
see that?
black
They're
people
proving my point
how many
right now.
black people
Hold on, Ellen.
come
let
out
me
of a
understand. Let me understand.
Let's
So
turn the camera on.
Hogboss, your mother is black, a black lady, right? And
Yep.
your father is what?
He's Puerto Rican, dark skinned Puerto Rican.
Can we
So
turn the
would your
camera
father
on?
be considered a black Puerto Rican?
He know Puerto
Yeah,
Rican
he
ain't no
would've been,
race.
yeah.
You know
So
Puerto Rican ain't no
your father
race.
would have been, because Puerto Rican is not a race.
That's why I
and
said black
so
Puerto
your
Rican.
father would
Right?
have been considered a black Puerto Rican. Then you had no choice but to be anything but goddamn black. I mean, I understand when it comes down to your grandfather and stuff like that, but when it comes down to your two parents, your father was a black Puerto Rican because he phenotypically presented as black,
As
and
black,
then your
correct.
mother was black. So
But
that's
Miss
why the
K,
shit I'm saying you
Hogboss
just
don't
black.
present
Miss
as
K,
black.
though.
So do we even
But
know?
he just
Hold
said
on.
he didn't look
Let me
black.
ask Miss K a question. If Hogboss think he black,
He
and
said
we can
he
clearly
didn't look
see
black, so how he
that
black?
he
Hold
not
on,
black,
Yayo.
how do we
I
know that
can't
his parents are black? I'm
Listen to
confused
us.
because a lot of these different people think because they have African ancestry that makes them black, and that does not make you black. Being in proximity to black people does not make you black.
I agree.
Being black is what makes you black. So he can have a black daddy all he want. He's not black though. You can
No,
quite
he-
literally
no,
look at
that's
this
what
man
I'm
and
saying.
see
Hold on,
that
hold
he's
on.
not
Hold on.
black. Wait, one second.
Because
Have
race
him
is
turn his
about
camera
how
on.
you phenotypically present. Hogboss
She
just
knows
put
that.
his
So
picture.
have him turn his
Hogboss
camera
just
on.
put his picture on the
wasn't
screen.
here. I don't need to
Hogboss
see his
is
parents.
That's
goddamn
my
I've
black.
seen
mother. That's my
Hogboss.
Nobody care about your parents,
He could put
bro.
it back up. I've seen
Yeah,
him, but
can you
he's
just
not black. He
turn your
could pull it
camera
back
on?
up.
Yes, he is black. Ain't no.
Then why he pulling everybody else up to prove
Wait.
he's
That's
black
my
but
mother and my
himself?
auntie.
We didn't
Hogboss,
ask. Me being
Cause
a
you
black
just
person,
said you
Hold on,
just
Miss
mentioned
K,
my
'cause
parents.
if
now
he's
y'all being
black,
hypocritical.
he would be
Yes.
able to
Yeah, yo,
pull
be quiet.
himself up.
Now
You don't
y'all
have to
being
pull
hypocritical.
nobody
This
else
man
up.
just
You
told
can
you
be black.
he didn't even look black.
Put his camera up there. Hogboss,
So
put your picture
put it
back
up there because he's
You
not
wanna
black.
stick
I
your
showed
nose
him
in our
already.
Hold on. Put your picture back up there, Hogboss, and we're gonna ask the chat. We're
Can
going
we just
to
have
do
a
it.
Hogboss turn his camera on? I think
I've
that would
shown
make
him
it so much
already.
easier.
He's not black.
Wait, one second. Elle, I want to clarify. I noticed you saw him front. I have never seen this man before. I don't know what this man looked like.
I hate when they bring them parents up. Bring
Wait,
yourself
no,
up.
I told him that.
I
Obviously,
wanna
he's bringing
clarify.
everybody else up but himself to prove his blackness.
I want to clarify this point.
Wait, can I say
I
something real
made
quick?
the
No
statement
shade.
of.
Y'all talk forever and y'all hug the whole freaking panel.
Go ahead,
Calm
Book.
down. Y'all pissing me off. Can we get a picture that's not saturated? Because he's painting pictures with a whole bunch of different filters and stuff like that. Let's see what
That's why I said let's just have him turn his
Just
camera on.
turn the camera on.
That way we can just see what he looks like.
Turned it on. It's on. I ain't got to bring up no mama, no daddy, no auntie to show that I'm black.
Look, they proving my point right now.
But
This is why I said by
No.
racial we need to do our own fucking.
Miss K.
This is exactly why I said we need to do our
Hold
own
on,
fucking.
Miss K,
What?
real quick.
My
The
race is a race,
conversation
by
that
the
was
way.
happening in the chat, that Book is referring to. See how about I've been watching, You see, when you first came up here, when Miss K first interacted with you, you said we as in biracial people. So you're not even claiming black. You're taking blackness on.
That's why I said we need to do our own thing because we
Time
always
out,
get pushed.
time
I don't
out,
give a
time
fuck.
out,
We always
time
get pushed
out,
one way or the
time
fucking
out,
another. I don't give a
time
fuck.
out, time out. Don't
I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You want mad because
I
you
don't give a fuck
not
about
black.
none of that
You got
shit.
these black people here, guys.
None of that.
Turn your camera around.
None of that. Y'all got the wrong
Just turn your
nigga.
camera around.
Everybody mute up.
I'm
Everybody
monoracial
mute up.
black, boo.
Everybody
You got the
mute
wrong
up.
motherfucking nigga today. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all better not jump on me today.
What you gonna call me?
What you gonna do? Hold on. Look like
I do
y'all
not
done
give a
had-
fuck
hold on,
about gender.
Hold on, because obviously y'all done had beef before this, and I don't give
There's
a
no
damn
beef, Miss
about
K.
nobody. I mean, it seems like it's confusion or whatever.
No, he's
But
been.
hold on.
How are you
hold
black
on,
and
D1.
being
Let me say
anti-black
this.
to other black people?
Let me
It's
say
weird.
this. Let me say this. Basically, from what I'm going by what he's told me in the picture that he's shown me. If he is truthful that his father is Puerto Rican, but his father phenotypically looked black, and I just saw the picture of his mother. Ain't no biracial in that. He ain't biracial.
Miss K, in the chat, Miss K.
But this man
I
just
don't give
told
a
me
damn
he
about
didn't.
Miss K. One thing about Miss K,
But hold on, but Miss K, he just told me.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Be quiet. Yayo.
Hold
In the chat,
on.
Miss K, he said something completely different. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. He
But
said he was
here's
multiracial.
Here's the problem. The problem
If I
that
am
I am
asked,
seeing
yes.
is that, and I'm sure Refresher would agree with me, is most of the motherfuckers in this country don't understand fucking race. That's what I'm figuring out. They don't understand race. They figure because you got these different backgrounds that when people look at you, oh, well, I'm all in. No, you not. It's about how you phenotypically present. I don't give a damn about all them backgrounds. If you a nigga, you look like a nigga, you're a nigga. That's how society gonna treat your ass. We have to stop this shit.
So if he black, why he won't turn his camera on?
Yeah,
Right,
can he
that's
turn
my
the
question.
camera on? No
That
pictures.
I will say, Miss K, that is the one thing that do make me feel a little bit uncomfortable about this conversation now is that whilst from a framework perspective, right, everything seems to check out, right? Then why won't you just turn the camera on? Right? No shade. Now we start to feel like hold on. Hogboss, I don't know who the fuck you talking to like that, but I know sure shit is not me. Because I have
Man,
not
I will
spoken
slap
to
the
you
shit
in
out
that
you. You
manner.
don't know who the fuck you
Clark,
talking
you ain't
to.
gonna
Nigga, I mean,
Nah,
it's
I display that shit on the
When
shit.
have you
Like,
when are you gonna take the steps?
I wasn't
Same
being
man that walk
disrespectful.
around calling
I
black
wasn't being
women
disrespectful
bitches.
This is the internet. You're not gonna do shit.
You got the right one today.
Okay,
You know
so
what?
I don't.
No, you got the right one. That's what you got.
I don't want my line being
Actually,
taken
this
down.
do sound like a white man. Never mind.
I've
I've been trying to tell Miss K for the longest, the entire time he's been up here. The entire time he's been up here, Miss K, while Yayo and Refreshing had they little Lolo, they little back and forth, they little dialogue.
Yeah, no, this is giving white man.
Right. He was in the comments with Booked talking about some multi this, multi that, then hopped up on it where when she got a chance to speak, he said we taking over, we doing this, man. Shut the fuck up. You call black people nappy.
Your mama dumb.
That's why I don't
she
think
the one
you
who
black.
didn't teach you that you was black.
Okay, so
Go read that again. I said if I am questioned, she said you say all three.
It don't matter
If I am
though.
asked,
So you taking blackness on, and that's what I'm trying to explain to Miss K.
Man, tell him to pull his camera up because he up here calling people
What
bees
you
and
talking
stuff.
about?
And then when he get ate up, it's gonna get ugly.
I'm really trying because Miss K, I'm trying to be respectful to your panel.
Yeah,
tell him to watch himself.
I don't want to get
this white man up here calling people
bees.
bees.
Let me ask you a question. Growing up, what did your mother tell you?
And this is why
your race goes.
And this is why I said biracial people mind because we're never gonna be accepted by any
But she's
community.
not asking you that. She's asking you what did your mother teach you were.
Very accepted.
My mother told me don't take no shit from nobody.
So
well, your mama should have told you that you wasn't black.
Man or fucking woman.
You're
not black. You're not being allegation.
Hogboss, I'm trying to understand. Growing up, what did your mom tell you about your race? What your mom told you?
Black. All I know is fucking black.
So why you won't turn your camera on and show blackness then?
Cause I'm eating, bitch.
Oh, you ain't got it. But do you eat it got to do with anything? No, but I promise you, that bitch shit, you know that beef shit ain't never bothered me. That's why he mad because he not black. I'm confused though. You got these non-black people in here who clearly not black, who put in oversaturated pictures up so they could get off on black people, so they could talk crazy to black people, so they could politic on black business, but they're not black. They're not moving through society as black, only when it's convenient to put the culture on and walk around and call black women bees and N-word this and all this good stuff. He's not black. And he can't even turn his camera because he's taking a bite to eat.
Get the fuck over it, bitch.
You're acting like a woman.
You give me a minute.
You acting like a woman. You acting like a woman.
Why don't you just shut up, eat, and then when you're done,
this is a whole white man. This is a whole white man. Babe, you're not.
I wouldn't even punch you.
Come slap me.
You just want to
I'm not talking to you, woman. I'm talking
to
you,
friend. You came up here talking to me. You came up here talking to me crazy.
No black man does this. No black man does this.
With women.
Just let him call people all type of bees. I'm so confused on why every time we turn up, y'all want to act like somebody else.
You start acting like I'm calling you.
Hold on, because
What you talking about, goofy ass lady?
that black men don't disrespect black women like that.
Stop sucking him. Please stop sucking. You up here sucking a white man through a straw. Calm down. Put his balls in your mouth. Put his balls in your mouth. Put his balls in your mouth. Because he already deep in there.
It's two bald men just yapping their gums and speaking over the host.
Can we just go back to the conversation?
Can you shut up so the host can speak?
Yes, please, MsK, go ahead.
The bottom line is, I don't like all those personal attacks on my live. My followers know I don't do that. I don't get into all of that. Yayo, you gotta go down for 10 minutes. Ellie, down. But
I mean, down.
Hogboss gotta go too.
Well,
down because I'm definitely cussing his ass out.
Yeah,
because he calling everybody all types.
Drop your ass out then.
But this is what I want to say. I want to say this. When it comes down to us as black people, men and women, it is way too much disrespect in general between black men and black women. I see it all the time. Well, whether he is or not, I'm saying the fact of the matter is nobody in this live can say that it is too much disrespect between black men and black women. Am I lying?
I missed it. Wait, what happened?
I'm so sorry, MsK. Actually, I woefully disagree with that statement.
Can you bring up Peekaboo, please?
I think that there's too much disrespect of black women by black men, and I think that there's not enough of black men by black women. Simply because the vast majority of disrespect that black men get from black women is reciprocal. Due to the consistent perpetuation of violence. I don't know why a grown adult man can't hold his lips shut while somebody else is speaking. If you're being respectful, then shut up while I'm talking, please.
I don't give a fuck about you, bitch.
Okay, then that's exactly what I'm talking about. So
you're nasty.
You're a grown man. You're a grown man who's mommy
so are you, bitch.
When. My feelings are hurt because my mommy and my daddy didn't teach me emotional control and regulation.
I bet you'll make a good house.
They also didn't teach me biracial identity. So I walked through the world with a little biracial baby whining and making his black man's problem. I don't care. I don't care.
You windmill. I throw hands.
MsK, with respect, this is the exact ish that I be talking about, right? Because all I said was that black men disrespect black women and perpetuate violence against black women, and black women respond. And what did this dummy do? Instead of letting the argument be made in relation to black people, because now we're talking about black issues, his dumb adult man self feels the need to insert himself into conversations that ain't got nothing to do with him. Here's a key point for future, okay? If the shoe fits, wear it. If not, you ain't freaking Cinderella. Stop sticking your big, fat, funky feet into shoes that don't fit you.
Motherfucker, you act like you skinny and shit.
Yeah, like, where's the conversation? I'm gonna go.
Well, we waiting on him to turn the camera on. That's what we.
No, let's get off of this centering of this dude. Listen, if he.
But when y'all got him up here talking to black people, politicking on black issues. We not right. He up here calling people out their name. Nobody letting him know that, hey, what you're doing is
he just called two black women B-words.
We get it.
No, he's being racist. No, it's not anti-black, it's racism, because he's not black, babe. If it was devious, then it would be anti-blackness. But he's not black. Having an African ancestor, because we saw him already, having an African ancestor does not make you black. Some of us saw him, not everybody. Let's clarify that.
But I'm not gonna do you like that.
Some of us saw him already.
I'm not gonna do him like that. because I know what you look like.
I don't know what
and
the man
not
looks
no
like.
oversaturated picture either. And the problem is,
Nah, for
when y'all
real.
got these non-black people politicking in black spaces, thinking that they could talk to black people crazy, speaking on black issues, but don't live life as a black person and only want to pick up this blackness when it's convenient, it's delusional. This man is racist, not anti-black. That's why when he talks about black people, he thinks that, oh, this nappy hair and all these different negative stereotypes about black people is what makes you black, when it doesn't. That doesn't make you black. Neither does coming out of a black mother
You
with
know
a
who she
hoo-ha.
talking about, Hogboss.
It does
Let's
not
not play
make you
dumb.
black. And I don't know why we as black
See,
people
MsK,
sit up here and
they
pretend.
proved my point.
I don't know why we sit up here as
Biracial-
black people and
biracial
pretend
kids
as if
who are
there are
not
not
too dark
biracial
and who's
people
not
who
too
don't
white, they would never
exist.
be accepted by either
It don't matter.
community.
The problem is
Never
y'all
be
think
accepted
because
by
y'all
any
not
fucking
accepted by
community.
white
That's the
people, y'all
problem,
black.
MsK.
The black
They
community is
proved
the
my point.
dumping grounds. The black community is not the dumping
They
grounds for
proved my
people who
point.
don't know their race or not accepted by their community.
You're proving my
And
point
that's
more
the
and more.
problem.
You're
I don't
proving my
care.
point
That's
more and more.
perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. And as I was saying to all the other
Y'all
black
hate
people,
biracial
these are the
Ain't got nothing to do with
problematic
Y'all hate
people.
biracial
It has nothing
This
to do
ain't
with
got nothing to do with biracial people.
It does.
No,
No,
it
it
doesn't.
It definitely
No,
does.
it doesn't.
No,
If
it
you
Because
shut up
you got a
long enough
biracial
to
man
really
right
listen
here,
to
and
what,
yet you're
if
attacking
you be
me
quiet
You're
long
not
enough to
black.
hear what
You
she's
just
saying,
said, hold on, how are
you
you
would understand
biracial
what
when you
she's
just
saying.
said you got two black parents? Then you would be monoracially black. You wouldn't even
Exactly.
be biracial.
Clock
You
that.
see how you sit up here being delusional?
Hello, did you not hear
You
that my
don't even
grandmother
know
was great?
your race. What
Did
did
you
your
not hear that
grandmother
my
got to do
grandmother
with
was
anything?
Your grandmother
You said
has
you
nothing
have,
to do with your
man,
Did you not
parents.
if
hear
you
that my
have
grandmother
two,
was great
if
by a
you
white
have
man?
two, that means nothing, babe.
If you have
Hogboss, that
two
means
black
nothing.
parents, you are
You let your dick
monoracially
suckers run
black.
too
That
much and
quite
your ears
literally
not
means
listening.
nothing. That
Your
quite
ears
literally
not
means
working because your
nothing.
dick suckers
Because
are
you
running.
said both of your
MsK, could you
parents
so
are
disrespectful.
black.
Now, if we call you
You
out your
said
name, then what? We get dry.
both. I'm confused though, MsK. Is he biracial or is he a monoracial black man? Because earlier he said both of his parents are black. Now he's saying he's biracial.
Say my
Which one is it?
Say my grandma.
Which one is it?
Why
How
is the
is it that
moderator
there are
turning
so
off
many
my
white
Because you've been
people that
disrespectful
walk
this
through
whole time.
society?
Y'all
You
been
the one talking
disrespectful to me.
We
crazy.
ain't
Y'all don't
called
like
you out
that
your
fucking
name.
energy?
We ain't called you out
Hey,
out
Y'all
your
don't
name.
like that
Hold on.
energy? Y'all should have
You
never
started-
gave me that
you
energy.
You
started
have
cutting
nobody
up
called you out your
Disrespectful the whole
name though.
motherfucking time.
You're
You got
actually
defensive.
unhinged and unstable. You started cussing at all of us for absolutely no reason. Literally.
You a goddamn
What I would
lie.
like to
All I
say,
did
what I would like
was
to
ask
say,
you to
now.
stop interrupting me,
MsK.
and you started cussing at me. Because
right.
you the B word.
What I would like to say is that we can't move on from this because of the fact that there's a lot of people on this app who like this man.
Hold
And
on,
it doesn't make
hold on
any
a second.
sense. It
Hold
doesn't
on,
make sense.
Dooley. Oh yeah, there you are. Dooley, you have mods, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Okay.
I'm going on mute a second. Y'all have given me a damn headache.
I'm
MsK,
just
could you-
confused why he ain't been dry, but everybody else
Yeah,
that was
no, that's
cussing
what I'm
that
saying.
was dry.
MsK, could you mod? Could you? I'm not modded on this account.
I didn't
Can you-
drop anybody except for the people that got reported. That's the only people that, because I had to drop them. That's it. I didn't drop anybody else.
Yeah.
How you doing, MsK? What's up? What's up, Niles? What's up, y'all?
Hey,
Howdy.
It's a bit much. Yeah.
You
Hog.
need a recap?
You're doing a lot, man. That's
you
Man,
know you
listen.
doing a lot.
If motherfuckers come at me, I go,
What the fuck up? You pissing
don't
me
mute.
off.
Don't mute. That's
like calling,
You gotta be
calling her.
muted, bro. Let him finish. You won't let nobody finish. You get up,
let
get
everybody
I mean, that's
upset.
weak shit. He's talking.
You gotta allow
So
people
we're having
to finish, bro. You
Calling
gotta
her.
allow people to finish.
conversation.
Hey, calling her
You
a
weird
B.
as hell, man.
Calling her a B. See, calling
You
her
can
a
call
B.
me a B all you want to. I'm a paid bitch.
Yeah,
Make more
and-
money than your broke ass.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So
Get it,
goofy
yeah.
ass on somewhere, bitch. Now I'm finna get disrespectful. Cause I ain't called you out your name. Everybody here know I can. I done bit my tongue long enough. If both of your parents are black, that would make you monoracially black, you goofy ass nigga.
Right.
What the fuck everybody trying to explain to you? Your grandparent don't matter.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with it.
You can be black monoracially and have white ancestry. That don't make your goofy ass white. What the fuck wrong with y'all hoes?
If I may
Damn, let me go on mute.
I like the also second point is that he kept on driving home like this apparent perceived hatred for biracial people. That's wrong and incorrect. Simply because all that was said to you about being biracial was that biracial is not a race, and you couldn't even wrap your. I'm gonna end my sentence there because nothing else that I have to say is respectful
The
or
racial
nice.
community is growing fast, so it doesn't even matter at this point. Biracial people, Asian skin, we're gonna unite
Yeah,
What?
you start taking the conversation totally to the left. Did you say you were having to go? Let me go ahead and drop the biracial taking over. Absolutely the fuck not.
What?
The biracials are taking over. What
I'm
the
trying
hell?
to tell y'all.
Mind you, but
That's
it's a
what
whole
he
clip
said.
of him talking crazy. It's a whole
And
clip
he
of him
called
being
black
crazy.
women nappy headed.
It's
Yeah,
the
no,
Come on
whole
now.
shit.
See, this is why I don't swim in fields of milk. I will never create confused children. I'm so sorry.
Hey,
Please,
Miss
I
K.
be damned if a
Hogboss,
baby is born
Hogboss.
K, am I gonna have
in the year of our Lord 2070,
Listen.
right, or
Hey.
2090, right, and that baby goes to school one day, right, and they ask that baby, "What race are you?" and that baby has to pull out a photo of me to prove that they're black. I will roll over in my grave. Absolutely not.
I don't mind giving you the floor.
Are you able to get on?
Y'all hate biracial people.
I do not
That's
hate
what it is.
biracial people.
And
Well,
my grandfather, who
No,
raised
I
my
can't
mom,
stand
because
confused
technically he is my
non-black
grandfather,
biracials.
he's a white man. You understand that, right?
Whoop-de-doo,
So that
nigga.
technically makes me
Whoop-de-doo.
biracial.
Well, you a
No,
white
No,
man
it
like
doesn't.
your
If your parents
granddaddy.
are black,
No, it
you're
doesn't.
black. Goofy.
You just
Your
like your
grandparents
granddaddy.
don't got nothing to do with who you are racially.
Right.
It's your
If your mama is
parentage.
black,
Hello, my light skin come from
if
that
your
white
mama is
motherfucker.
black,
Sir, are
and
you
your
cool?
daddy is black,
You can be
you
black
are
You're not
and
light
biologically
skinned
black.
though. You're not light skinned though. You're white
Right.
tea.
If both
Oh
of
my
your
God.
parents, if
I'm white,
both of
jumping
your
out of
parents
black.
are the same race, you
See
are
what I'm saying,
mean,
Miss K? They proved
Do
my
you
point.
think
This is why I
that
say
there are not white
biracials, we
tea?
need
Hold
to
on.
do
Do
our
you
own
think
fucking
that there are not white tea
what is-
people who are born
Hold
too
on.
black?
This is why we need to do our own fucking thing right here.
Why do y'all think it's something wrong with the picture that Hogboss put on there?
I've seen Hogboss. I've seen him.
I
He's
didn't
not
even
a
see the
black
picture.
man. Babe, I'm not gonna hold you. Just how we all turn our camera on, no oversaturated picture. I ain't gotta bring up no granny to show I'm black, no auntie, no mama, no nothing. Why can't he just turn his camera on? Look at Devious. I ain't see Devious bringing up nobody. They didn't have to bring up nobody to show they're black. Everybody else just turning their camera on. No oversaturated picture with filter, heavy saturated to make you look a little darker than what you are. No, my thing is, what is the problem? He up here doing all this talking and running his mouth. Clearly, you ain't got food in your mouth
Because
we
why do
don't
I
hear
have to
it.
keep proving my blackness
We
to
don't
black
hear.
people?
You're not black. That's why.
You're not keeping track of the conversation.
Like, why do I have to keep proving my
Hogboss,
blackness
real
to black
talk.
people?
No,
What the
all
fuck?
bullshit aside. All bullshit aside. You're not keeping track of the conversation when we talking about race. Nobody is disregarding who your grandparents are. If your grandmama was great, okay. If your grandpappy white, cool. That just says to us that you have white ancestry. That's cool. That does not determine your race. If you're sitting here saying you showed us a beautiful picture of your mother, and that was a black woman, true enough, and you saying your dad was black, a black Puerto Rican, or whatever the case may be, I need you to pay attention to your own words. If you're saying to us that both of your parents are black, that would make you monoracially black, my guy. That is the understanding.
And
That is where you're not
by black
understanding.
people like it
This
is right
has
now on this
nothing
fucking
to
panel.
do with.
Y'all
This
proof
has
for
nothing
my
to
fucking
do.
point.
This has nothing. Stop cussing, bro. Because I said all bullshit aside.
This is the way I talk. This is the way I fucking talk.
Right, but you done already called us out of our name. So
it's just the way I talk.
Has anybody else actually seen Hogboss?
I have seen this
look
man.
like.
I have seen this man.
I don't know what he looked like.
Don't you spend a lot of time on
walking down the street, I would know
He spends his lives on Den Trail, Itchy,
They talk,
what's
that's
his
what I'm
name?
saying. They talk about the same topics on.
Didn't you hang around Live and all them too?
Yep, he does.
Oh,
They talk about the same topics.
You know what? Ask
Somebody
Itchy
go
because
get
Itchy met me in person.
So how did you, Itchy too? I mean, how did you not know this?
When Itchy met me in person, he even got online and said, that mother...
Well, can you
But
see
I
the
don't
camera on
talk about the
somebody?
same topics too, and you know this though. You know better.
And harassment and bullying.
I want to say something real quick.
Hogboss, you have to go down. Hogboss, share the live out to Itchy and see if Itchy can come over here.
I'm not gonna hold you.
I have never seen Hogboss except for the picture.
I don't want secondhand information. I want him to turn his camera on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. He gonna have to turn that camera on because there's too many people that think he black. I'm not even gonna hold you. Some of y'all don't even know what blackness is. Y'all think because he got an African ancestor, this man can identify as black. He needs to turn that camera on so y'all can see that this is not a black man. He's not a light-skinned black man. Because light skin is black, baby. Light skin is black, not anything else.
And
I do want to clarify the reason why I stated explicitly that man was black was because fudge, my brain is lagging. Like was stated earlier, he said that both of his parents were black people, which thus leads me to the conclusion that you are monoracially. Because I'm so sorry, no shade, right? And I do know that there are instances in which black people do have white babies, because like, you know, recessive genes and all that jazz, beautiful gowns, stunning gowns. But statistically, if your mommy is black and your daddy is black, more than likely you're going to be a monoracially black person, right? The statistical odds of you being anything else is low. So when he said that he was that, and then also he said that he was light skinned, I'm like, light skin is a term that we used to refer to black people, right? But now, girl, between the rhetoric you've espoused and now 3 separate people done caught you in these lies, I don't believe you. Something, I smell a European American somewhere. I smell it. It smells like mayonnaise and wet pennies.
I don't know. And for somebody who says that they are black, they don't claim it, because I just played the clip where he's saying that biracial people, he says in the beginning, it doesn't matter black or white, biracial people are the fastest growing, and biracial people
Said it up here.
Right. And so I just wish that he would stop.
Confusing.
I just wish that he would stop showing these pictures of him in the dark. If you look on his page, it has him in the dark, and these pictures put heavy saturated filter and just turn the camera on. Because if you really black for real, you don't have to do all that.
Didn't he say that because he speaks Spanish, he might as well be black?
Well, that wasn't him.
That doesn't make any sense neither.
I just want to
Big
show
L.
what would
Okay.
be worse. I think truthfully worse is
He's the one who said he said he is indigenous, white, and black.
All
and
at
that's
once?
because he's talking
Because he's
about
Puerto Rican.
he's talking about his dad. That's what his dad is. And here's what I find a big problem. It seems like a lot of Puerto Ricans, like the ones who were raised over here, that have come up on my panel to, you know, answer prompts when I ask about race, a lot of them cannot tell you. There's literally we are lacking in education when it comes down to understanding race. I mean, I haven't been on TikTok that long, but I'm noticing this. Like, there is a lack of education when it comes to race. When I talk to white people, they think it's all based on skin color. No, it's not. There's a lack of education on race, and they're not teaching it in school. So where the hell are people learning it? Honestly, where are people truly learning about what race truly is? Because they don't teach the shit in school. So where are people learning it?
I've said this 1,000 times. The vast majority of people's understanding of race is a colloquial one. It is one that they have created based on essentially an amalgamation of ideas that a bunch of people around them perceive about race. The average American cannot define race, much less racism. And I'm going to clarify, I mean any academic definition, because we understand that, like, dictionaries are tertiary sources, right? So they can be a bit inconsistent depending on which one you are reading. I don't think the average American can even give you a basic dictionary definition for race, regardless of the dictionary. I don't think they can tell you what race is, how it's operationalized, how racism is operationalized, because they only know these things in relation to what other people have told them about these things.
It's too much. Julie, what you got to say?
I'm just here. You asked me to come up.
Yeah, it's like, do you think, do you agree that, like, it's just so many people who don't understand race being taught the wrong way? Because there's no education anywhere on race when you're coming through school.
Well, yeah, I would definitely agree with that, especially with me moving to the South 2 years ago. Went back to the South at least. Like the amount of people who say, the person looks Hispanic or the person looks Latino, is like really crazy to me. Even like police officers would describe like suspect or victims as a Hispanic person, and people know what to look for because of what features are typically attributed to that ethnic category, which becomes highly discriminatory towards people who don't fit within that category within Latin and Hispanic America. So yeah, I would definitely agree. People don't have a fundamental understanding of race nor racial politics, and how they are Devious said, how they're like operationalized.
Yeah. Who is this? So, Sumi, what are you talking about? But I said that before seeing anybody. No, I did not. I said he was black once he put up the picture. What are you talking about? You're not tracking. Keep up. Did I once tell Hogboss he was black before he put up that picture? I didn't say anything about his race before he put up that picture.
Oh.
No, I did not. They were having a discussion and he put up the picture and I said, "You black."
Oh.
Because the discussion wasn't even talking about Hogboss at first. Yeah, I said he's a beautiful black man when he put the picture up. Correct. How the hell I'm gonna say he a beautiful black man if I don't see what he looks like? Like, y'all tripping. The crazy wild thing to me is I'm the one that's the newest to learning about race and all of this because again, I didn't learn about all of that. And I seem to have a better goddamn understanding than most people who've been calling themselves knowing about this shit for years. I don't know.
Hi. I just want to ask a question. How many races would we agree there is?
There are 5 racial categories here.
Okay, and because my thing is like, usually when we refer to race, it's usually just black and white. So if there's only black and
What
white.
about Asian?
Yeah, but we don't refer to them as, well, usually when they refer to Asian people, they'll say yellow, but that's not something that we have as a race. And Hispanic people will say that they're brown.
But it is their race. Asian is their race. I don't call people yellow. I don't call people green and orange.
But we call, right, but they call
lack of
white
education.
People themselves white and black people call themselves black. So I'm just saying, if you're not white, would that technically mean that everyone else who is not white is black?
No, they're Asian, they're indigenous, which is Amerindian, or they're Pacific Islander. Those are the 5 racial categories.
Well, the point I'm trying to make is we don't refer to them, though, as colors like we do with black and white. So that's why I'm trying to say, how many races would we agree that there is? Because we don't refer to those other people as colors. So I'm just saying, like, technically, is that why they call people who are not white people of color? Because I feel like it's just a way of saying, that they're black, but they're just not calling them black. But they also don't, they don't have, colors. They don't refer to them as in colors like they do with black and white people. So why is it just something that's specific to black and white people and not everyone else?
It's the etymology of our racial groups.
Yeah, also I want to say as well, black and white are not colors. The parameters were created by European people so like the term I don't know. The terms that they decided to allot towards certain phenotypes, we don't have any control over that. What we can say is Asian people are recognized as a racial group. Pacific Islander people are recognized as a racial group, and indigenous people are recognized as a racial group. Now, depending on where you go, like if you go to Mexico or places in the Caribbean or South America or within Africa, Asia, and Europe, the racial classifications would differ, but specifically in America, there are 5 categories.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that they're not referred to in color the way that white people and black people are.
Do you understand why when it comes down to white and black that it is